Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that we cross into the dark side. Boy, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third and possibly final part of the series of the dark side of Pokemon Go. So we're going to be covering two things. One is, why doesn't Niantic ask us, the community, what we want?
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
Like, they don't listen to us at all. It's almost as if we have to ask them what they want. And then let's go over things in Pokemon Go that don't make any sense. This might be a quicker video than the last two, but I feel like this is a very important topic, or two topics, to talk about, because it goes to show you how Niantic is as a whole, and why Pokemon Go is rather stale now, and might be in the future as well. So first off, I don't know if you guys have heard about the rare candy issue in Pokemon Go, but me and FLW's videos here did a video covering the rare candy change. Now, again, for those who are out of the loop, basically what Niantic did, without asking anyone, doing it on their own, which is part of the problem, doing it on their own, reduced the candy bundles, rare candy bundles, on Tier 5 raids out of nowhere. You had to do Tier 3 and Tier 4 raids to get as many rare candies as you used to be able to get in Tier 5 raids. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. And again, no one asked for this. So we talked about the previous system, the future system, well, the system now, which I'm going to get to in a second, and why it's a terrible idea. Well, lo and behold, after a bunch of rants on Twitter, after a bunch of YouTube videos by big-time YouTubers, Niantic today said, "Trainers, thanks for your continued feedback. Starting immediately, rare candy rewards and raids have been adjusted, and we've added guaranteed charge TMs as rewards in 4-star raids." What is the problem with this? Nobody said they wanted reduced rare candies in Tier 5 raids. And this has been a continuous problem with Niantic. It was just a couple months ago, Niantic messed up the charge move. No, it wasn't the charge move. It was the switch out damage system in PvP that nobody asked for. King, Poke, and a lot of other big time PvP battlers on Twitter constantly bashed them about this change that no one asked for. And it's scary because it seems like Niantic will do whatever they want, whenever they want, that does not benefit literally anyone, including them. And that's a problem. They need to ask us as community what we want. And here's another thing, having to do with what we want, and them doing what they want. PvP and trading, and even raids technically, took a very long time to implement. Niantic, I looked back on this, Niantic has not implemented anything into the game that we have asked for at all in a very timely fashion. It has taken months, pretty much years, to get things that we have asked for. I want to name one thing that we've continuously asked for since 2017 when raids came out, was a ready go button. Funny thing is, Niantic has incorporated that in the Wizards Unite raid system in their game, but not in Pokemon Go. And that transitions us into things that do not make sense in Pokemon Go. That being one of them. Another thing is berries. These berries, the Bluckberry and the Weeper Berry, I don't know how you want to pronounce it, Weeper Berry, have been in the game code since 2016 and have been updated in 2017. There are a couple berries that we have not gotten yet in the game. Double Stardust upon catch, and double XP upon catch, in berry form. That just, to me, does not make sense. And also, the more berries the better, and I'll tell you why, is so you can berry up gyms. Get more XP, get more Stardust. It's a win-win, right? So that's one thing that doesn't make sense. Another thing that doesn't make sense, and I'll pop it on the screen here, is the Team Rocket, especially the Giovanni special research tasks. Purify 15 Pokemon? Are you kidding me, Niantic? Not only is it difficult, to actually gain and gather a lot of Stardust for the average player, including myself, because I am no way near a dedicated player anymore, gathering Stardust is difficult. Even dedicated players, you know that what you have to go through gathering Stardust is very difficult. I've wrote 2 articles about that for the Go Hub, and it's just not that easy, and we don't get that many double Stardust events. So purifying 15 Pokemon just for a chance at a Shadow Pokemon, which kind of goes into things we actually didn't ask for. Don't get me wrong, the Team Rocket battles and the storylines and stuff is really cool. It's a good addition to the game. But some of the things that go along with that, we didn't ask for. You know, so you kind of have to stop and think about that for a second. Cool implementations, Niantic, but a lot of this we did not ask for. Maybe more communication with the community. So the whole purifying, the Stardust, and even new moves. That's another thing. So purifying Pokemon can be costly, right? Giving new moves to Pokemon is extremely expensive. And it doesn't make sense why. Why is it so expensive to give a Pokemon a new move? It literally makes no sense. Also, why can we not use a Charge TM and pick our own move that we want? Many Pokemon, you look at Muck, you look at even some of the starters, they have a vast amount of move pools. Look at Mew. Mew has like 21 charge moves. Why can we not use a Charge TM and pick our own move? It makes no sense. They would not be losing money on that. In fact, people would probably use more Charge TMs, honestly. I know that sounds crazy because you might have used 20 Charge TMs to re-roll to get one move, but in the end, you would actually use more because you can actually get the move that you want. Trust me, that's probably what would happen. People would use more Charge TMs because right now, we're afraid to use Charge TMs because we're going to have to burn through a bunch just to get what we want. And also, it's still hard to get one, even though they're guaranteed in 4-star raids. Some people simply just don't do those. So things don't make sense, right? Well, let's wrap all this up. So Niantic does not ask us anything we want, and things that we do ask for, they don't put into the game in a timely manner. There's a lot of things in the game that literally make no sense. Expensive shadow purification, expensive new moves, the charge TMs. Let's add some more, why don't we? All the raid bugs. I mean, simply just Google raid bugs, and none of these have been fixed. Let's see, new raid bug, last Pokemon won't faint. I do come across that sometimes. This is back in 2017, August 28, 2017. Last ball bug has been fixed. The dodge bug, this still comes into play every now and then. It is not purely fixed. It is not purely fixed. Dodge bug, curveball bug has been fixed. Damage contribution reset. Sometimes that does happen. Damage does not go through, and then the boss ends up getting more health than what you actually dealt. Team control bug, that's been fixed. Lineup resetting after using items bug, I think that's been fixed too. But what about the shadow attacks, the shadow hits? That's a big issue. You ask Kato Nolan, that's a huge issue. Also, the raid timer bug. A lot of times people's raids end up ending 5 seconds earlier when that makes no sense. So there are still raid bugs to this day that Niantic has not fixed. And then to wrap this all up, Joe Merrick today couldn't have said it any better. With this recent event, you guys know, with the evolutionary event, Joe Merrick says the following: I wish they could have implemented more Gen 5 Pokemon into this event. It has been 2 months since the last Pokemon Yamask was added. 3 months since the last batch. This slow rollout is even more arduous than last year's. And this falls into the category of things that do not make sense at all. Some of these comments are pure gold, and we're going to go through them, because these are people like you guys that are commenting. So first off, PokePix says, saw Mew Mask was a Halloween exclusive spawn. I've not seen one since. I've burned out playing Pokemon Go. I've been playing weekly since release. Unova's launch really fell apart. Oh, I hate my laptop here. Sorry about that. Unova's launch really fell apart. They removed every fully evolved Unova Mon from the wild, and they took away Yamask after Halloween. What a mess. Which is a shame because it started out really promising compared to Gen 4. This is exactly my problem with Pokemon Go. There's just no motivation to keep playing, and the whole game is just one big shiny hunt. And you know what? As much as shiny hunting can be enjoyable, This is something that doesn't make any sense. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Niantic is trying to capitalize and get the hype up in Pokemon Go for just shiny launches alone. And we have to speak out and tell them, listen, this isn't anything new. We're still going out, we're still checking Pokemon, we're still catching Pokemon. We do not have a huge content update. For example, World of Warcraft has been going on for 10 plus years. It is a massive game. But the reason why it has such a strong following and why people continue to play it, because every other year they come out with a giant content update that completely revamps the game. A giant content update. It's darn near a whole new game within itself. Pokemon Go has not done that. It's incredible. And all it's turned into is just one big shiny hunt. And honestly, that's not that enjoyable. It gets rather boring. And it's nothing really new that you're trying to do. People haven't been playing since Sword and Shield release, like Hungry Raichu has said here. That's fine, I'm glad. It doesn't make sense. Gen 5 has 156 brand new Pokemon, while Gen 4 only had a few that weren't new evolutions or pre-evolutions. I lost faith in the rollouts when they finished Gen 4, increasing our storage like the previous generation releases. At this point, they're grinding to a halt so they don't catch up in the main series in 3 years. Yeah. They want the game to keep living somehow, some way, I don't know. I stopped spending money months ago. It's been over a month since I've spent money. They are milking gens and the events are getting more and more boring. With us up north, they have so much exciting and rewards make us waste gas, let alone walk outside for long periods of time, yeah? So, make sure, you could read more of these comments, they're really good. People are giving up on the game because nothing new is coming. Niantic does not listen to us, and they continue to do things that just don't make sense. So I want to know your guys' opinions in the comment section down below. What are some things that Niantic has added that you think we did not ask for that, and although it's okay, it's not something we asked for, because like I said, the Shadow Pokemon, the Purification, why? They're forcing us to do it, but we don't have to, but it's so costly. And then new moves. Why is it so costly? The charge teams. Why do we have to burn through a bunch of those? Niantic, you've made millions, if not billions of dollars off Pokemon Go. So why? Let me know if there's anything I missed in the comment section. Share your opinions on things that don't make sense. Smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Be a part of the Fitz City fam. That's it, the boy Fitz. I'm signing off. See you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.